Hello, everyone and no one, and welcome to another Rotten Movie Reviews. Today is not today. Today is not Thanksgiving. We watched the movie Thanksgiving, the horror movie, uh, made last year in 2003, directed by Eli Roth, and I will have to say I liked it better than Hostel. That's for damn sure. I refuse to watch the second one. But join me as always is Tyr Alexander. Tyr, how you doing?
Uh, 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 I don't fucking know.
And as well as Angela. Angela, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. That was, yeah, Will
And
It was a
fucked up
movie.
the introduction.
And joining us is Will Forge. How you doing?
Hey, cat scratches and kibble. Life is good.
And our special guest tonight are Mr. Adam and Inquisitor 8.1. How are y'all doing tonight?
We're doing all right. Adam's browsing for a new microphone.
Ah.
Beep bop boop.
Bobbity Beepy.
Beep boop. Bark, bop, beep,
Like I said, I
bop.
went with the one I went with, and I could always send you a link if you want to. It just did the whole setup of like has the USB box that has the XLR port on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was directed by the same guy who directed Hostel, and while had a
that makes
little
sense.
bit of it's like
Yeah.
gore for gore's sake wasn't near as bad. The dumpster cut in half was bullshit though.
I'll
Yeah,
say this
that's not
for,
dumb
What?
fucking work.
for Eli Roth. He's kind of an asshole. He doesn't tell, very deep and compelling stories, but he can definitely do a good splatter flick. Like
Oh yeah,
I said that as in the side chat. He's really good at crafting a horrific kill scene. Uh, but anything that happens in between is fairly low on the plot.
yeah. Well, this one wasn't written just by him. It was by him and Jeff Rendell.
Okay.
You know what? Honestly, I think I prefer the one with the little kid, the horror movie that we saw with the little kid,
Oh, Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat. I think I
Yeah.
prefer that over this because at least that randomosity made sense because it had a little kid in a costume. So there was at
Well,
least
Like,
that one was an anthology story.
Yeah, and
That
that was also a Halloween one. This is the second attempt on a horror movie set in Thanksgiving. I mean, we're still missing for like of the horror movie holidays like Easter, uh, Passover.
hold
there's,
on.
yeah,
Is there an
there's,
Easter horror
no,
movie?
there's several
Easter
Thanksgiving
horror
movies.
movies.
They're just all like really shit B movies.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
Well,
I was told that all horror movies are B movies.
because like the only other Thanksgiving horror movie that I'm aware of, I'm not really including Thanksgiving 3, but would be Thanksgiving, which was a college movie.
Uh, uh,
that movie
this
was
was
high
this
on
was
acid.
okay. One, this was way better than Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
Two, this
So
was actually like I was afraid of. This had way too much of the stuff that I actually can't do in horror movies.
Hmm.
It was great. I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the story was excellent. Um, but it had way too much of the stuff that I can't do in horror, which is visible bone break.
Mm.
Uh,
I love the
um,
one bit when he crushed the dude's head with a meat grinder.
fucked up.
It was
Yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah, no
that was.
it wasn't a meat grinder. It
I'm
was
not
a
talking about that.
the
I was
tenderizer
tenderizer.
mallet.
literally just
Tenderizer.
just to be clear, I had to take my headphones off and mm, like switch off of the screen during the stampede at the Walmart.
Oh yeah, At-
Yeah, I don't know
I
why we're
So was
finishing this
that?
movie.
I could
That's
not
that's what
watch
was getting
that.
me. Is that the whole catalyst for the movie? Was
Yes, that
that
was the yeah.
it was a Black
Heard
Friday thing, and he was pissed because and his wife. I was sitting there, I was like, she looks familiar. I think I saw
Oh,
her in
Gina
Curb Your
Gershon did
Enthusiasm.
not last. Gina Gershon did not last very long.
but that was, the lady in the beginning was from It's Me Billy too. Uh, Mrs. Claus was in that movie.
Was
Yeah, that was.
Jessica?
No, and then to me, Billy too, the woman that played the female detective.
Oh,
Haven't seen it.
It was and we watched.
It
We'll
was
never
one
watch
of the
alone.
short. It was one of the short films that we watched, or the fan films that we watched. I never watched one.
Yes.
I don't. I like I said, I could not watch that thing. I missed the guy got his arm broken, and I no longer watched. All I can say is Gina Gershon did not last very long,
No,
and I
she was
kind
the
of felt bad
catalyst.
for her.
I
Yeah,
like her
she
smile.
was the kettle. What?
I said I like her smile.
Gina Gershon?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. She was actually considered one of the most beautiful women in America, if not in the
Well, I
world,
don't know about that. There's
during
one lady who
the
has that.
early
Oh my
times.
goodness, it's pizza.
Pizza.
No, not her.
Pizza. Hey, you can build a box and put it on top of your PS5, and it keeps your pizza hot.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, she was in Thanksgiving. I knew it.
So okay, a couple of things I was gonna say. Angela, I'm assuming that you can't, you don't like the bone breaking, but like all the
Oh.
other body horror stuff is fine.
I'm fine with blood. I'm fine with guts. I'm all good with that. The vomiting, snot, and broken bone. Oh, and anything with the ears and eyes.
I like that one. It was silly.
Yeah, I was actually expecting because of
was
them
silly.
having the whole thing with her
With
putting her contacts that
lenses.
it was going to go with the
I was
eyes, but
waiting
Yeah,
for
that was
it to
total
happen
bait and
with
the
switch.
her
the
I
corn
was
yeah
totally
that
expecting something to happen to her eye, but no.
yeah the corn cob
That's what I was
holders to the
expecting.
fucking ears was fucking golden.
That was a good subversion of expectations. I will openly admit that one. That was a really good one.
You close the door.
But yeah, there was a lot of the stuff that I can't deal with in this movie.
I personally, like I said before at the top, Eli Roth, he's got a way of making movies where, like I said, the story takes a back seat to it being about the kills. And I don't think that this movie is an exception.
I
No, but-
actually,
Go ahead, Angela.
given I'm really sorry, Ryan, but given how his movies usually go, I thought this had a much better storyline than than any horror movie I've seen from him.
True. You know, say it's
You'll
much more
you'll
tight than
clown.
Hostel.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't. Go ahead.
I would definitely say this had probably the stronger story. Death Wish actually wasn't bad when he directed that one, the reboot with Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
That one I haven't seen Knock Knock, but I want to say that's Keanu Reeves, and I've heard I've heard a lot of good about. Never saw Hostel Part 2. Apparently they had
I
a
did. It
Thanksgiving
wasn't
short.
great.
I'm refusing to see Borderlands because that abomination should have been burned on the floor.
It should never existed.
Well, it could have existed, but they went about it the complete wrong way. But we're not going to get into that.
Agreed, because I'll froth at the mouth and kill somebody.
Best thing about Hostel 2 was Victor Crumb.
I'll say this about Hostel 2. It has one of the best shot, acted, and sold kills I think has ever been put to camera. And it's the Carmilla bathing in blood scene.
Oh, yeah.
That one was really good in Hostel 2.
Yeah, I know of that one, and I also didn't like the fact that for bringing the original or survivor of the first one just to have him be killed so quickly in the second just seemed kind of pointless to me.
understand, Mitch. This is definitely not something like if you like B-rated horror movies and don't mind the stuff that I mentioned earlier, uh, then I would recommend this as like popcorn fodder.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're really
But
into more of the like the way I would put it is like if you're a fan of something like Hostel or the type of shit they do in the new Terrifier movies, because those have a lot of it as well.
yeah, I will not watch that now. Thank you for that warning.
Yeah, and it gets even weirder during once it gets to the second and third. It starts having like magic and a bit of magic and shit.
Wait, there's more of these?
No,
No, I'm talking about Terrifier.
Terrifier is the one that does Art the Clown, which the baseline for or baseline basis for how they have designed the character is really good, in my opinion, because it's a simple clown, uh, black and white makeup, and like the only time he really gets color on him is via blood. I mean, it's a for this movie though, it does have a very light story, but for what it's supposed to be, I will agree with Mitch. I think it's pretty solid for the story. It doesn't need to be something with a massive whatever. It doesn't need this deep in-depth thing. It's a revenge movie, but it's not like stupid revenge necessarily. It is kind of stupid revenge, but it's a fun one.
So, you think that he would have killed the guy who the wife was going to leave him? You think he'd have had him out too?
No, he was already broken.
Yeah, but it wasn't about breaking. It was getting his revenge.
Yeah, but it wasn't Mitch's fault that the woman he loved died. He was trying to do the right thing. So he doesn't see Mitch as that whole thing. If Mitch wouldn't have had someone call in, Amanda never would have left to go bring him food. So in the end, it would still be Thomas's fault for having the store open on Thanksgiving night.
Mhm.
Which stores that do that shit is so fucking stupid.
Well, I'm sitting here going, Patrick Dempsey was a little delusional anyway.
Oh yeah.
Because he thought she was leaving her husband. Her husband left the house on Thanksgiving night to face that ridiculous ass crowd to bring her husband dinner. She wasn't leaving her husband.
No.
He was a bit
So
strange on the side.
I don't. It probably wasn't his baby to begin with. And maybe he wasn't just delusional and fucking insane.
Oh shit. You
I
know
would
what?
have
It might not have been his baby, but he still raised that baby to be his.
No. Okay, so like you said, Angela, if she's bringing him dinner, then she loves him, and it might not have been think. Maybe he just knew shit, and she was or misinterpret her friendliness for affection.
Yeah, we never heard anything of them actually being a couple or whatnot.
Yeah,
That's true. I'm just operating under
his logic.
the information that we were given.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
If
like y'all
she
said earlier.
if she
Oh,
was stroking that dude, that's all it was.
no,
She was
like the
They're
information we
not.
got earlier was that Eli Roth is good on bot horror, light on story, and the story could have just been I want a red herring, and I don't want you to get the red herring. You know, he needed a twist, and that twist was convenient.
that's absolutely not the point at all, Tier.
No,
I
all
have
right.
no idea why you're talking about a red herring when we're talking about.
I'm talking about why I'm just trying to point out that there was no lead up to it. Like you said, we never get the information that they could have been in a relationship. We don't get that. All we get is someone being nice to somebody, and then we see her bringing food to her husband when she could have just stayed home and like fuck him. But we get the image of a loving wife instead of this cheating woman. If that's the
Just
case,
because you're
can
sleeping with someone doesn't mean that you're not in love with your husband or wife, depending
but
on.
can I explain?
Go ahead and finish.
I'm saying we're never presented with that information. The twist comes out of fucking left field.
Yeah, I think the major thing for the character is that it doesn't really matter, about what the truth is and that sort of
Oh yeah,
motivation. And they did like bait and switch several times about which character could be what. They
yes,
had the boyfriend,
and
what's his
then the
name?
other friend.
Yeah,
I had
who was like
Go
getting
ahead.
fitted for the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Mhm.
Comes right after the reveal that he's walking around in the pilgrim outfit.
The fucking David Schwimmer guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When
Yeah, honestly,
when
it
I
makes no. But
when I turned around and said while we were watching it that I was throwing out a curveball and saying Patrick Dempsey did it, I was bullshitting. I wasn't serious.
again, it's no
And
setup.
then she turned around and saw him laying in front of the car, and I'm like, holy shit, it is Patrick Dempsey.
He fucking did it.
But see, the problem is there is no setup. There is just in a classic twist. You can see the twist coming, but you don't know what the twist is. You
Well,
know,
okay,
I mean-
there would have been breadcrumbs that let.
Okay,
That,
hold
if
on,
you look at the movie, it led you there.
hold on. There were thoughts in his head that he definitely liked her, considering the fact he didn't tell Mitch that he had baked a pie. He gave it directly to her. I mean, that's the closest you can get. But again, you're going into the whole thing of trying to look at this as some deep, thought out work of art when it's just a dumb, fun movie.
Yeah,
I do
Yeah,
think
but-
you're right. No,
straight
I
from
do-
the intro, and how they made the Black Friday sales bit to be so like, oh my god, this person got ran over and this person got
Yeah, they
killed.
filmed it like a Rage Monkey movie.
Yeah, it's like from the get go. That's why I was like, wait, this guy is pissed off because of this. What did these guys do? Oh, they were in the store before everybody else. Like, well, I guess that's a reason to kill everybody.
Well, it's a
Well, it
silly
did-
reason.
Well,
It
yeah,
did
yeah,
rile up the
exactly.
crowd.
They incited their crowd.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Them being in there and taunting the crowd and everything.
Yeah,
Uh,
All I think about is Arnold Schwarzenegger and him being like,
God,
look, he has
Yeah.
the ball, the what was it, the ping pong ball that
yeah.
he had to get. He has it. He has the one.
I
But take it
do
as it
want to
was.
tell
But-
Tier that I actually, the scene that Rotn just played out tells me that I actually think you're right about it all being in his head.
Mhm.
Because I think he heard her turn around and say that he wouldn't be single for very long
Mm-hmm.
and decided that that meant that she was leaving her husband.
But see, the problem is, my issue is there's the chaser but no shop. You know,
You can have all the problems you want with it. I'm just saying that I agree with you that it was all in his head.
I want to know how in the hell she died from shopping
Having her
cart
hair
running
pulled.
over her head. Why
It
did
was
that
having her
just
head
kill
pulled.
this poor lady?
She took a headshot from a shopping cart going like 40 miles an hour. How
I
did she
missed
not?
that part because I was I think I was like getting up to go.
That
pee
happened-
or something.
That
In the
happened
beginning.
right before the guy's arm got broken.
Yeah, it was like
And-
right
Well,
at
but
the
I mean,
beginning.
did she get sandwiched between two
No,
carts?
it was
one
it was
cart?
No.
literally she's laying on the ground and you see a shopping cart just go to her head and she goes, "Bah!" and then
run over her head.
And she didn't die
ran
automatically.
over
She
by
bled
the
out from a freaking bleeding wound on her head.
walking home from Christmas.
well, considering the hit to the head she took from the shopping cart, internal hemorrhaging would not be out of the question.
possibly.
Exactly.
I think it was also a latent cancer cell that just like
Hmm.
erupted
Oh,
as soon as she got hit by the shopping cart.
Yeah.
The cancer was like, now's the time, boys.
It was highly rusty cancer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me go off on Tyr a little bit earlier. You're very close to that line.
What? Wait, there's a line?
The one that's
What?
going to turn around and make me lose my shit.
It's
Well,
always a
you don't want to
line.
win it.
Don't
You might need it later.
waka waka waka.
Waka waka.
Because that was the randomest bullshit I have ever heard.
What? Well, you were making scalping jokes while we were watching it.
Yeah, like I said, you guys
That
missed
would have been
all
less
of the good jokes.
random.
No,
That
there
would
was
have
so
been
much shit.
that would have yes, but that would have been less random than the freaking aneurysm that exploded when she got hit by the shopping cart.
No, it would have gotten us in trouble because, no. Okay, maybe I would have run out of my
You're
brown
brown
points.
enough.
Yeah.
You're brown enough.
No, for the as many jokes as we were making.
Well, you were making.
So,
I think it was a good thing that I couldn't hear you, Adam.
It's a good thing that Adam has a Bluetooth keyboard that I just had the keyboard in my lap the entire time just making jokes.
yeah, I wasn't allowed to touch the keyboard.
Typing jokes.
Brother, I do have to agree with you that whole just being in the wrong place at the wrong time feel was very solid in at least at the beginning of this movie.
Well, okay, I'm gonna say this. For the story beats, it being solid, absolutely. It was very, very silly.
Yeah, it was.
So is people actually being trampled at Black Friday sales.
I know,
but
and that's
that
the
tends to
silliest
happen
part.
at least
That's
once a
happened in
year.
real life.
Yeah.
It tends to happen at least once a year. So
And then sometimes there's a whole like police car that just drives through the mall, and all you were looking for was a Miss Piggy doll. And
For
all
your
of a sudden-
kid.
yeah.
I would also
What
say, like, for the
is
beginning of
wrong with you?
the beginning of the film, the glass on the doors and that breaking that easily, probably a little bit of bullshit. They reinforce that more.
Yeah, there's no way that they would have been more likely to accidentally pop out the emergency feature
hmm
than they would to actually break the glass.
Well, again, the major thing that the reason why, like I said, it's also silly is that even though it's like it's really well portrayed as like chaotic, is the fact that not a single person stopped to help the dude that was under the door. Every single one of those people had to know that he was under there.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how in the fuck a dumpster lid chops somebody in half.
Oh, I said that one was flat out bullshit. That
Well,
Yeah, that had to be bullshit.
you had the one guy that ended up bleeding out during the stampede because he cut himself on the door frame coming in.
yeah, but he cut his neck,
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, the fact
Yeah.
that he was just
Yeah, I
laying under
know.
the door
which
thing,
I
trying
don't
to
know how he would have
back
cut his
there,
neck
I think
unless
it's
he had like
very-
turned in to let his shoulder get
I was
through.
getting flashbacks to J6. Oh my god.
Nice.
No, people actually died in this.
Ooh,
Well,
nice.
That
except
weren't
Yes.
that weren't killed by the cops.
No one died in the
Even.
filming of Thanksgiving. 23.
I mean, I would still say it's not a bad movie, and kind of ridiculous, but it was
Sausage?
it was a pretty funny move to have him like go through and been like, I am going to use the town's own legend for it.
It was silly, but I still like it. It was harsh enough that I could not
Quit
watch
trusting the
that
question.
beginning scene.
Usually they
Just-
have like all the oil and
Again, I have to look at it from an analytic point of view. And
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't. You're just doing this to be pedantic.
I'm not doing it pedantic. I look at everything from an analytic point of view.
Oh, dude, hey, do you have
Unless
to
they're-
put
unless
touchscreen
there's
on it
tits.
if you're going to pedantic?
Unless there's tits. Now, when there's tits, I just shut my brain off.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't see him
Testing
from this one
boundaries
because that
between
would have been,
Androids. Fucking-
Weird.
weird for it
Creepy.
being a teenager.
I mean, it could have been the mom. I got another fucking question.
No,
Why
I brought
is her
that-
clothes still on?
I brought that up because of the cheerleader.
I was gonna say you didn't get to see tits, but you did get to see ass.
I was gonna say, yeah, they were like one like millimeter away from showing whole, and
Yeah.
that was definitely getting an NC-17 rating.
And
Yeah.
honestly, but it was all ruined because it is that fear of on a trampoline, all of a sudden you jump on a fucking knife or something sharp,
Yeah.
and it's like no.
You
It's
actually have that fear?
yeah. You know what else I have a fear of? Seeing Janosch's cock and balls in a fucking.
You are such an ass, and you didn't see that much.
And the other
It's
thing that
still
still bugged me because it was just completely unrealistic was him pulling the whole thing of going through the guns and busts out the deagle. It's like, okay, that's a fucking jam-o-matic. Doesn't go with it. Good. SIG P226. Oh, that's a great choice. Keep the safety on. It doesn't have a safety. It just has a
Yeah.
decocker.
Yeah. Say I have a PZ-99, which is the South African version of the SIG 229
Mhm.
or 226, and it doesn't. You're right. It does not have a safety. Instead, what it is that so long as the hammer isn't primed, it has like a 20-pound pull trigger. So it will never just like accidentally go off. You have to prime the trigger.
You will know.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a 228, otherwise known as the M11, because majority of SIGs hammer fired, other than specific models and whatnot, are all an SADA with a decocker.
Mm-hmm.
It's only like some of their 220s and their super fancy race gun style ones that have a safety because they're a single action only.
I get some.
But yeah, I actually really was surprised that it was over Gina Gershon. Well, first I was surprised. First, I was surprised that I was right when I was bullshitting. And then I was surprised because I was like sitting there going, "Oh, he's actually in love with the girl that the Poindexter and the Triple Jock were fighting over."
I'll say,
And
it's funny. The name came to me just before we joined the chat room because I was all like, "Fuck, what have I seen her in?" It was Gina Gershon, and I was all like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, and while the breaking of the neck to turn his head all the way around to see backwards was pretty neat. Pretty sure that's not realistic, and that would take a metric fuck ton of strength.
Yeah. And not just psycho strength.
Yeah.
Wait, what would take
when he killed
the guy that was watching the cheerleader? When I said crippled jock, I meant Bobby, not that guy.
Oh, when he like corkscrewed her neck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. When he turned the guy's head around.
Oh, when she was doing the trampoline part.
Yeah. When he was killing
actually like
that.
keep the knife there when she's like.
No. Before that, when he turns the guy's head from facing forward to facing back.
That takes that's Hulk strength level.
Yeah. Same with most likely breaking the guy's skull with a tenderizer in one hit.
From Boston.
Yeah.
Boston. Getting some clam
chowder head from Boston.
Chowder.
Chowder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's from Hanover.
Aren't so sturdy anymore.
I do not remember his accent being that thick at the beginning of the movie.
Wait,
yeah, I don't know.
I do not. Patrick Dempsey. I do not remember his accent being that thick at the beginning of the movie.
Oh
no.
I mean,
he kind of was his accent.
but
his
it was-
accent got thicker as the movie went
Yes.
along.
I don't know, Angela. How's this?
It was that kid that had the thickest one though, and that was the silly one that I said. You gotta get some Boston clam chowder in the side chat.
Well, I thought Angela was referencing when she was talking about the eggplants.
Oh, that one too.
Oh,
I will say
Oh,
this
She
no.
likes them nice and thick.
of the trivia of
I
that
did not say that. My brothers in chat don't say that shit.
that and I think we'll get a
Like,
kick out.
Adam was the one that had all the eggplant jokes, and I'm sitting there going like, who the fuck puts eggplant in stuffing? That's gross.
I like
Yeah,
eggplant.
that
Not
is-
necessarily in stuffing,
Not
but
in
I do like
stuffing.
eggplant.
The very thought is absolutely disgusting.
That's gross.
Isn't stuffing just like bread
It's bread.
and potato?
You
Well,
have, like, seasoning,
No,
Well,
you
like,
put you put
meat.
different things in it.
different-
Usually it's breadcrumbs of some kind. You can put like nuts in it. You can put some people put corn, some people put carrots.
Onion.
But
Or if you wanna give it a proper stuffing, you put some good thick
eggplant in it. Yeah.
That's the Boston way.
Oh no, here's a
Right,
funny
okay.
thing from in the trivia. Eli Roth said the cat in the movie was such a good actor and performed on cue that he called him Leonardo DiCaprio or DiCaprio. The cat is actually named Tonic, and was
Well, I
previously
kept on
this.
saying that
Hold
that
on,
dude was gonna die, and
Previously
he died
stu-
as soon as he moved the cat. And what happened? He
hold
moved the
on,
cat, and then he died.
hold on. The cat was also previously in the 2019 Pet Cemetery.
By who?
Oh,
really?
That's
Yes.
interesting.
Wait, there was a 2019 Pet Cemetery?
Yes.
Or remake, yes.
Oh, and since you were talking about Gina Gershon, apparently she had because she's a friend of Eli Roth and had texted him at one point being like, "When are you going to put me in a horror movie?" And he responded, "Actually, I've got a part for you right now," and it was for this movie apparently.
I mean, at least it's not Showgirls.
True.
Yeah.
Man, everybody got AIDS and shit.
I absolutely detested Showgirls. I watched
That
it
movie
once.
is great, but not because it's a good movie. It is totally a B movie that you make fun of with your friends.
I watched it once
Which movie?
because it had Kyle MacLachlan in it, and
Wait, is it
literally
the one with Demi Moore or the lady from Saved by the Bell?
Elizabeth.
Saved by the
Yeah,
Saved by the Bell.
thank- like Elizabeth Berkley, not
Yes.
Demi Moore.
Yeah.
And her career was pretty much ruined by
Wait,
how awful that
wait.
movie is.
Wait, the tall, smart one, right?
Yeah.
Who
No,
did drugs?
well,
Literally
Yes,
the
but
only
she wasn't
thing
that smart. She was like, half.
literally the only
Not
thing
the,
that
the
I
cute cheerleader lady.
No.
Okay. Oh man.
okay. Number one, Jessie was actually supposed to be really smart.
I thought it was
But-
the black girl that was smart.
Oh, she
She's
was
rich.
also
She's
she
rich,
yeah. I was
okay.
gonna say she was the rich one.
And
Um,
Mitch, it would.
but she's also the one that Mark Paul Gosselaar married in real life.
Yeah. She
but-
turned out safe.
and
The other
but,
one turned to drugs.
well, hold on just a second.
Oh,
Mitch,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the
so
accents
more
would
go
make
off, yeah,
more
too much
sense.
Yeah.
Because it is it is set in Massachusetts.
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 I can't say that word.
Massachusetts.
But
That's how you know.
what I was
Are you American?
what was
Say
I trying to
say
say?
Massachusetts. Oh shit.
Oh, the only thing that Elizabeth Berkley was in that I saw, anyways, after Showgirls was she had a bit part in The First Wives Club.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't she do like TV and like TV movies?
Well, yeah, but I don't count that. I'm talking about like the big screen.
Yeah.
Did you see Screech's film filmography?
Yeah.
She played Victor Garber.
No, he did porn.
Second. Victor Garber?
Oh, that's actually pretty interesting. Okay, so one of the things to help not give away the who the killer actually was for this movie, for the writer was doing it, or for the fake trailers and whatnot, they had a bunch of different actors play the role of the killer behind the mask.
That's why
Yeah,
I
at
said
one
that it had to
point-
have been like an accomplice. There had to be at least two. Because
At
like,
one
He
point,
didn't look the same.
he was way too like thin, and when he was stalking around with that accent,
And the cop looked
Uh,
short and stouty.
and stocky, yeah.
Yeah.
at one point, Mitch was pointing out there. It was very clear that one of the people in the costume was a woman.
Yeah, and there was that one point where you can very clearly tell it was a black guy.
Could you?
What? What is your? Wow, why are you malfunctioning so badly tonight, Adam?
What?
That's racist.
Hey, well, yeah. No, it's not because it's equal opportunities. He's allowed
Oh,
to.
equal opportunity
he could
killers.
be-
Okay,
yeah.
that's right.
I'm
Yes,
not
but you
leaving.
wouldn't know.
Yeah, no.
He's
totally
covered from
fine.
head to toe.
I say I appreciate the fact that homie used a Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah, but what was that? What was his name? John Cloven?
Carver,
Carver.
John
Carver.
Carver?
which is why they nicknamed the killer the Carver.
Is that what Guy Fox's name originally was?
Guy
No.
Fawkes.
So
Oh,
they
okay,
just-
Fox
they
is
His
just-
Guy
name
Fawkes.
was Guy Fawkes.
Okay.
He just looked like Guy Fawkes. and
Yeah,
they're
it's
like,
not a
"Oh,
Guy
and
Fawkes
Fawkes
mask.
was
It's a
holding-
John Carver mask.
Is John Carver a real guy?
Yes.
Oh, I got
Is he like a pilgrim guy?
Yes.
Is there like a tale of John Carver?
Does he look like Guy Fawkes?
Did he build around
No.
Adam, you know what? You're a huge history guy and you have Google.
Yeah, but I don't look up pilgrims. Like, what the fuck? Like,
No, I'm okay with pilgrims.
maybe
'cause
Roanoke.
I looked at the
Pocahontas is
the
nice
the
looking.
witch.
One of the leaders of the Mayflower expedition, first signer of the Mayflower Compact, and first governor of Plymouth Colony.
Oh. And also now he's
And they were in Plymouth. Hello.
And he did the Gunpowder Rebellion in London.
Yep.
Yes.
The gunpowder treason and plot.
Yes.
I see no reason the gunpowder treason should ever be forgotten.
Yeah. Remember.
Where the
What is
The,
it?
the 26th of November.
23rd of November? 24th of November.
Did he toss
yeah.
tea in the harbor?
It's the 5th of November.
Remember the
Well,
5th
no,
of
it's the 24th
November,
of
the
November,
gunpowder
Angela.
treason and plot.
Well, you gotta remember this is a Thanksgiving.
Okay, yeah. So
it
we're not
should be like
talking frickin' V for Vendetta. At the, I will say I did like the. I think it's technically Chekhov's gun, maybe, of where like she avoids getting the gun because of being taught how to load a musket, and they end up having her use a musket.
You know what? That's
Oh,
a good
blunderbuss.
setup and payoff. That was a good setup and payoff.
Yeah, the
The fact that
blunderbuss.
She said, like, when she was offered the guns from the one dude, and she's like, I don't know anything other than a musket.
Yeah.
And then she actually uses a fucking musket.
Oh,
I love that she, her charm bracelet, that was her
Her mother's,
keepsake
yeah.
from her mom.
Mhm.
And everything is like, okay, dropped all the shot for the blunderbuss. Well, that thing will take anything. Here,
Yeah.
in it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all a
That
blunderbuss
was
is a
cool.
musket that
I
takes a
like
lot
that
more.
I like that she. Go
No,
ahead.
say, go
Rob.
ahead, Angela.
She was chopping the fence.
No,
I
almost
like
killed her.
that. I like that she used the
Oh,
ring that the guy that sold her the gun gave her to
That
cut
was a ring.
her way out of the rope.
Yeah. The guy gave her a ring. Jason Lee.
Oh, Jason Lee. Okay.
With a hidden blade in
That
it.
was Jason Lee.
No. It was Adam and I thought he looked like Jason. And
I'm telling you, you
He
should
did
have
not
been-
look like
you should
Jason
have been
Lee.
listening. This is like,
This is the thing
He
that
did
other
not
media
look
does
like
all the
Jason
time.
Lee.
They'll
I know
call
Jason
someone
Lee.
Who just looks like someone else. They're that guy. They're like Mark
You
Hamill,
do? Can you get an autograph?
I don't know Jason Lee personally, but
Oh,
I
okay.
I've never
I
met
know
him,
what
but I
Jason
would never
Lee.
accept a chocolate pretzel.
Yeah,
I know
no,
what
never.
Jason Lee
Didn't wanna get
looks
steam
like.
home.
Nope.
He's like my favorite part of 90% of Kevin Smith.
Would you like a chocolate covered pretzel?
Say. Okay, so Thanksgiving or not Thanksgiving, whatever this movie was called.
This movie was called Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Thanksgiving 2023. Oh, and that was another thing I did look up. There's a bunch of B Thanksgiving horror movies. tons.
Yeah, just
Just
no
in
one
the
ever
last,
talk.
like,
I just never heard anyone
uh,
talk about them. Typically, it's always like either the most popular ones for that are Halloween or Christmas.
You're right. I mean, those are the two absolute, like, bangers. If you're looking for a holiday horror movie, 99.9% of the time you're looking at Halloween and Christmas. Those are like the two biggest.
Like the next one after that would probably be like the Valentine's Day. I would guess to be the most likely, just because
Well,
that.
yeah, because you have
My Bloody Valentine.
Hey, what's that movie?
It's a
Smile.
great movie.
Is
I
that is that
I
a
haven't seen that one yet.
is that a
The-
horror movie though?
It is.
Okay.
It
The old
is.
Black
Or second-
Friday, The Boneyard, Blood Rage, Deadly Friends, Intensity
Yeah,
Pilgrim.
Thanksgiving.
We've done
Mostly
Thanksgiving
home.
and Thanksgiving 3.
Christie.
Hey, why did the dude go into a Killer Clowns from Outer Space costume?
That's what I
Yeah,
thought
that
too.
that was what really ruined it for me, since he'd been doing the John Carver the whole time. John Carver. And then
Wait a
in
minute.
a Thanksgiving parade where everyone and their brother is wearing a John Carver mask and totally freaking these people out. Oh no, I switched over to the Killer Clowns and chopped somebody's head off.
And it's not even. It
Also
wasn't
is-
even like a
Wait a
Bozo the
minute.
clown. It was like an.
It was a scary clown, yeah. I'll say this: I thought it was still funny because, again, I came into this movie after the all the Black Friday stuff at the beginning. I'm like, this movie's silly. So
Mhm.
when that happened, I was all like, the thing I put in the chat, I was all like, love that Joker.
All right, okay, hold on. I just thought of something.
It was a good movie, brother.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something that makes no fucking sense.
Huh.
So they're live streaming the Thanksgiving celebration, if you will, with the wife and as meat, right?
Mhm.
How is Patrick Dempsey's character looking at it from where he is if he's supposed to be there?
That's a good point. Yeah, because remember the cops.
Well,
were
that's one of
using the-
two reasons why I was saying that there had to be a
It's a
complex-
crappy ending.
Yeah.
No, it's because he didn't think about the continuity of it.
Well, that
Again,
too, yeah.
that's why
Wait, do you
that's
mean
why
he
it comes
set up
off as
the
such a fucking
camera?
asshole. No,
Well,
I knew there was a
it's
reason why it comes off
completely
as
Patrick
asshole.
Dempsey at the police station watching the live stream going on.
It's
on-
completely
But
set
nobody
up
was
for a
when-
sequel, though,
it wasn't
and they
until-
set all the stages for accomplices, because he got to the point where he got whacked in the head with the tire iron too quickly.
Mhm.
But again,
But
that's why the movie is
but
such
then
a
you
fucking
got
asshole.
the burrs in his pants giving him away, so it was kind of like, not sure how they worked that out, but they definitely set him up for
Well, I think,
accomplices and
yeah,
a sequel.
I think it was a cadre. I think it was cop at the beginning here, Patrick Dempsey. I think it was Nerdy Kid that kept getting rejected by all those people. Because remember, he was
Oh,
at the
Ryan.
store too, and he didn't die.
The guy who pulled a royal troll with the paper,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was
But he could have been him either because he was at the party.
Well, again, I think it's a
It's
Batwoman
a
scenario.
group of people here.
Yeah, a Batwoman scenario. I think it's a group of 3.
Yeah, all right. So
Yeah.
again, that information isn't presented in that light. It's because with the information we got, a good mystery that would set that shit up is like having again, you have the multiple masks. You said there was a shit ton of people walking around with the mask. And then you give the dumbass story of, oh well, I was in love with her and she was gonna leave the husband for me and whatnot. The movie is such a fucking asshole in the story.
That was
And-
the big reveal at the end. But
Yeah, and they
there could
are in
be- there could be
development
other
of
stuff,
a.
and especially considering that there's going to be a sequel.
Yeah, they
could
are
one of
as a
you,
Thanksgiving
send me a
2
link
in
to
the
stream on
development.
DM, Discord DM.
Why do you need a link for this show?
So it should be
Is-
linked.
I want to.
Oh, if you go to any of the like even the Minions
I don't think
post
I'm
content
on,
has it there.
YouTube. Don't follow nobody. hang out under bridges.
Well, apparently they had originally wrote this movie when they were 18 years old because Jeff Rendell is for that. He was also fake Shemp in Cabin Fever.
Wait,
I
what?
can't watch Cabin Fever. I cannot watch Cabin
is
Fever.
that the one that it's like all the different monsters under like
No.
No.
No, it's
I had-
research
flesh-eating
facility?
disease.
I had
Oh.
to use a depilatory rather than shave my legs for years after watching Cabin Fever. I could not.
Thank you.
It was awful.
Okay. What's the one movie with the
Cabin in the
is it just
Woods.
Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah,
Cabin
Yeah.
in the Woods.
Yeah,
that's a fun movie.
That's
That
fun.
is.
It is.
and it
Thor dies
if
by
it's
hitting
the
him into
whole
force field,
Mhm.
getting his bones crushed.
Yeah.
yeah, if it's the whole Whedonverse theory really well too, it kind of ties a lot of things together.
Yeah,
You're welcome, Adam.
I said thank you.
he did.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, he did.
I
Oh, and my
swear,
brother
dude,
just
there's
answered
gonna
your
be a day
question
where he
about
just
that
be
being
like,
Cabin
"You-
in the Woods.
You fucking idiot! Holy shit! I do. Thank you, Angela.
You're welcome, Adam. I'm sorry that I missed it the first time.
No, it's okay. I live for pain.
Well, is it really
You too.
possible to make him thank you too many times?
Mm-hmm.
It would get weird after a while.
Whoa, dude!
But yeah,
what are
this-
those?
Cinnamon.
What are those cinnamon? Oh, cinnamon stuffs,
Stick. You want some?
bro. Yeah, let me try one of those cinnamon things. I don't know. Hold
Let
on.
me just pour the.
It's gonna go straight to my thighs, dude. I don't,
It is.
like, I
You know
probably
what they
shouldn't.
say: a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips.
Dude, a lifetime on. And maybe.
You want to dip the cum on it, or do you want?
No,
Just pour it in.
there's only one dipping sauce, so I think that's all you
Hey,
need.
Travis.
Okay.
Nobody wants to double.
They're trying to.
Let's double dip on the cum. Okay, got it.
I still
I've
will
only
have to
lived
say
here for
for
1
some of
month,
the
sir. You
things
gotta
for it, I don't know how well the
What do they
freaking
say?
pitchfork could have been thrown.
What do they say, Street Fighter? No, dude, we just got locked up. Give it
Okay,
a couple of months.
so we are listening to Adam and Quiz eat, but back to the movie.
Back to the movie.
You were saying Rotn, I didn't quite catch it.
I don't know how well you could throw a pitchfork as if it were a javelin.
That was
that was the crazy thing.
that was
He threw it right at
seriously
her.
awesome.
And how did she not die right after that?
Just didn't hit the major organ.
It
I
should
mean-
have fucking paralyzed at the very least.
It
Well,
did.
depends-
Either paralyzed or punctured lungs. That's why I was like, when she was screaming, I'm like, how the fuck are you screaming when you got impaled? By
Unless
Yeah,
it hit
dude.
below
She
it,
was-
which
she
then
was
it would have
suffocated out of
perforated
blood.
her stomach and her internal or it's like in her intestine.
Well, I
And
was
that's a
looking
long, slow, painful death.
Well, and then, the oven.
No, I was gonna say it all depends on what temperature you put the oven on.
He didn't even stop her. That was some bullshit.
And
Not
only
up
that,
tier. That means very different things depending on who you talk.
That's
The
another thing I
point-
gotta say.
she had hair.
Yeah, like he decapitated her and he put her head on a plate like he did all the others. But the one thing I think is kind of strange about that is that her head wasn't burned.
Yeah.
So he had to open up the oven, cut off her head, and then restart cooking her body.
And not only that, but the other weird thing is, he had time to do her nails. Her toenails were really nicely done.
Very.
Yeah.
So again, that's the continuity of the story, and it you think about it far too much, and shit start to break apart.
Yeah, because it's not meant to be taken seriously.
I was gonna say you're overthinking it. Big
It's a
time.
horror movie.
So if it
It's also a joke, guys. It's also a joke.
So if no, I'm talking about tier, talking about thinking about it too much. That
I mean,
the problem is in your statement. uh,
Yeah, we're not thinking about it too
thinking
much at
about
all.
it
We're just goofing.
thinking about it a little bit, just enough. If it were, I don't
Especially like celery
necessarily
straws or something.
subscribe to the group of
Maybe some
people
cinnamon stick.
idea, but
No, like
if
the
it was a
without
group
her
of
feet.
people,
Mm.
I would say the Patrick Dempsey,
You ask
the
him.
guy that
Either.
Gina
Mm.
Gershon was going to leave, air quote, and maybe that nerdy guy that you guys were talking about, but I kind of don't think so.
You know what would have been a good red herring and whatnot, or a good villain? It should have been the stepmom.
Oh no, stepmom had to die.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, no, she had to die.
if it was the hear me out. Because if
Wait,
it
so
was
stepmom the one
stepmom,
who got roasted? Mhm.
yeah,
Why did she have to die? What'd she do?
Well, I mean, I could see it in one
True story.
respect. Her getting all pissed off and the hassles they had and the money they had to spend and lose because of the lawsuits and everything and blaming everyone involved in it.
Except for it was her idea to have the store be open.
Which is exactly what she did that meant that she had to die.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
again, if it was the stepmom, and it wouldn't have mattered. The half-ass story about him being in love with her and that shit coming out of red fucking left field wouldn't have mattered. That might have the motivation. She wants to kill the husband because he wants her money or his money.
Fucking money, Lebowski!
So she's going to kill everyone?
If again, if she makes it look like an accident or makes it look like oh, crazed killer did it, who's gonna look at her?
I don't think that insurance pays out for crazed killers like right away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she still gets in the clear.
Yeah, but all she would get would be a mild inheritance and whatnot. All depending on what the will states. Most of that would still go to the daughter. And if she's
That's
not,
why
and if she's not in the will, she's not entitled to a damn thing.
It goes
again,
to the state, not her.
no, that's not true.
Yes.
She still gets something. She's literally next of kin.
Yeah, but then we
She's next
find
of
out
kin.
that she's doping. Is that
She's not next of kin to the girl who she's
Yes,
her
but if she
stepmother.
could,
But
if,
that's not how inheritance works here. It goes to
can
the
I finish?
go ahead.
Like I said, if she killed the husband and killed the girl, who's going? As the crazed killer, who's gonna? Or when she hires, when she gets all the shit, who's gonna look twice at that?
She doesn't get all the shit.
Well, she
Quite
gets
literally.
It
everything
would
from
go to the
her
state
spouse.
because it would go to the state because it it would most likely have gone to the daughter. The guy most likely did not put his
so? It would be like next of kin
second
type stuff.
it would go to the daughter. The daughter is not the stepmom is not the daughter's next of kin.
Again, if the girl dies with her father,
But again,
Yeah.
Tier, you're not looking at
It
this from the
doesn't
actual legality of it. If she's not
exactly.
in the
It would
will,
go to the
she's not
girl's
entitled
next of
to
kin.
shit.
It would
Period.
go to it would go to the girl's next of kin, not the dad's next of kin.
The store would go to the
say
freaking board
what?
shareholders and the board, and everything else he had. She might be entitled to it's like to basically the house, but
A
about
house.
anything else would be sold off. If
I think
it's not a joint account, she's not going to have any access to the money.
I don't know exactly how it works like that because my dad died back in February, and I haven't seen shit.
All right. If a husband dies without a will, the inheritance typically goes to the following in order of priority: surviving spouse, children and grandchildren, and other relatives.
And I
If
wouldn't
there
be
was a
surprised if it depends on
will
the
that
state.
No,
stated that the
If there's
daughter
a,
received the
if there is a
benefit.
will, it follows exactly what the will
Yeah, the
says.
will.
but if the daughter is killed with husband,
Tyr, you're not understanding it though. You're just thinking that if the daughter dies, the will is made moot. The will is still the law of what it has to go
active,
with.
which
Yeah,
is why the daughter's next of kin gets the money.
there might be something in there if the daughter predeceases him.
Yeah.
And that's still usually something that ends up very carefully spelled out in the will.
And there are times where that whole process takes the better part of an entire year.
Yeah.
Oh, it can take a very, very long time if there's any kind of disputes and fight over it. Now, if everybody is in agreement, agrees for determination of executor of the state, if there isn't a will that defined one and everything like that, it can go pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I'll still just say the stepmom doesn't make sense to be the villain.
Well, you see, the stepmom was the one who sent the kids out to go secure them Furbies and Cabbage Patch dolls.
Except for she didn't.
Look, can we also?
The kids were supposed to be going to watch a movie. The only reason
appreciate-
why they stopped there was because dumbass wanted to get a new phone because he broke it when he got into an altercation with the kid from Hanover.
Can we also just appreciate all of the how do you do, fellow kids writing in this movie?
Oh yeah.
Oh God, it was so bad. Oh,
Like all
my
those
God.
20-year-olds LARPing as teenagers did not know the TikToks or the interwebs.
Well,
I'm pretty sure they used cringe and blow up the internet. And I'm all like, Eli Roth, did you just discover the internet yesterday?
Listen, there were TikToks that
And we
were
can-
good on both sides.
Well,
Oh, okay.
and we all know that with the dumbass jock, when he's filming the video, he's not filming it correctly because he filmed it in landscape. He didn't have the phone upright.
You say landscape?
Yeah, when it's sideways.
Yeah, you filming.
That'd
Children don't film in landscape. They always film vertical.
Is it landscape? Or is it?
In that movie, yeah,
There,
it was
there's
landscape.
portrait and there's landscape,
Yeah,
guys.
he
Landscape
was filming
is
with the phone
horizontal,
sideways.
which is the way you're supposed to do it.
I didn't even.
No, they're supposed.
But
They're
is-
supposed to. Yeah, kids
He
filming
was-
portrait.
Yeah, he was filming with the phone sideways at him. He was filming in landscape.
He was filming it properly,
Mhm.
which also
Yes.
means that it was not done by a child.
I'll be back in just a moment.
Like I've heard portrait, but I've never heard landscape. I've always just heard.
Whenever you print something on a computer,
It-
look at the orientation. It's either portrait or landscape.
How old are you?
Landscape.
I am 62 next year.
Adam's a Luddite, even though he works more with technology than I do.
I'll
I'll tell
say
you the
That's a
same
problem.
thing that I told. I'll tell you the same thing that I told. I think Rotn yesterday, which is that Adam and Quiz are younger than me, but older than
Oh yeah, Quiz is older than me.
By a little bit.
older than
Yeah, they were
someone.
fucking asking me this question the other day.
Oh, were they?
I
You-
I've
oh
no-
you were
older
saying
than
Rotten
Rotten,
in Tier.
older than Rotten and Tier.
Yeah, I have no problem saying I'm 40.
I was say something's not math in here because
I actually think that Adam and Rotten and Tier are around the same age.
No.
if you're saying
I'm
younger
the
than
same
you and
age.
older than them, they're younger than me.
Are we live?
Yes.
No,
We've
we're
said this
left.
before.
Yes, they're also younger than me, Will.
Yeah. So I was saying, if they're saying younger than you but older than Rotten and Tier, they're younger than me.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that went without saying. I wasn't gonna call out your age, Will.
I don't care. I keep getting older. It happens.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah, and eventually you forget about counting and You're just like, holy shit, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Ah.
You want to know something that's actually pretty funny? The first
What's
kill.
actually
I hope I keep the card out that says erase all of the shit on my computer.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Rotn was talking right now.
Oh, I didn't hear. Sorry.
The woman who was first killed, Amanda Baker, otherwise known as Lizzie, is actually from Hanover, Massachusetts, and is the ninth. Oh, hold on, is the ninth great niece of John Carver.
That is
Whoa,
so
really?
cool.
So her actual
Wow.
accent is genuine.
That is cool. I love when they do things like that.
Did you mute Tier?
I didn't
So
mute
we have
anybody.
to have a Captain
No,
Morgan
you-
movie with
Tyr
Rotn in it.
either
Oh,
Tyr
I
may have
didn't- I
muted
didn't
himself
feel
because he got
like it.
pissed
Tyr
of
was there.
like
okay.
the argument of law, and it's like we're not trying to have the argument of law in a silly movie that I
I'm
still think is
sorry
fun
if
to
I
see.
pissed you off, Tier.
He might have to go use the restroom or something.
Oh, somebody has to go check the
Toaster.
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 Mm.
The toaster. That's how we say it around here. Toaster.
Yeah, because apparently though, when he was also filming this one, he was doing the shit for the Borderlands movie.
That's where. Doing Massachusetts.
Okay, so that
that's
actually
a
makes a
big
little
thing.
more sense to that because it says Eli Roth wanted the film's kills not only to be gory but creative, paying homage to the creative kills of golden age slasher films such as Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Happy Birthday to Me, and My Bloody Valentine. Those two are from last year from 1981. Not the remake of My Bloody Valentine that had Jensen Ackles in it, and he's just insane.
That's not the one with David Boreanaz, is it?
The original one, the 1981 one?
That's definitely not the one with David Boreanaz.
I don't know. I just know that the remake of it, if my memory serves me correctly, is the one that has Jensen Ackles in it. You were saying, asking if it had who?
David Boreanaz.
Not seeing him.
Looks like it's just that. It's the guy that plays Angel from Buffy.
Oh. That then plays the one dude in Bones.
Yes.
And also did a Navy SEALs TV show.
I really want to see that. Was that any good?
I have no idea. Never seen it. Tyr, you still there? Or you off and doing something? I think he's off and doing something, because I'm pretty sure if he was super pissed, he'd have just bounced.
If you hit down, it calibrates.
Well, I hope he's okay.
The
Maybe
FBI
he's
not
hanging
got
out in
his
Fraggle Rock. I hear it's a popular place to go.
It is. Jake is bringing it back.
Bringing back Fraggle Rock?
Yeah.
With the Fraggles. Oh. Yeah, all in all, that was a crazy movie.
Yeah.
Hey, I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm also not a big Eli Roth hater. I think that there's merit in things like Hostel. Is it the most brilliant movie ever made, like Eli Roth seems to think it is? No, it's not.
It's
I-
the thing. It's like a mixture between trying to be as gory as possible, but also trying to be like a thought provocative, like
I think so. I
mystery
think
type.
that's his whole thing.
Like I said, the only thing that I liked about the first Hostel was the main dude. The only thing that I liked about the second Hostel was that Victor Crumb from Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire was in it.
Harry Potter was in it.
No, the
No, the guy who played
No,
Victor Crumb.
Victor Crumb was in it.
I'll say for Hostel 2, like I said, I like the kill scenes. I think those were really well done. But the part that really makes me, going, "Oh, you lost me, Eli," is the very end when the chick goes and like cuts the other one's head off, and then the kids play soccer with the severed head.
So what?
It was so fucking silly.
Yeah, like I said, I never watched the second Hostel. I only watched the first one, and it just seemed like that one they were just trying to go over the top for the time frame that it came out in.
Yeah. All I can say is the kids in the Hostel movies terrified me.
I don't remember any kids in the first one.
I don't remember if they were in the first one or not. I just
No,
remember that
the
there were
kids were part
kids.
of the second one
Mm.
because they were
It was
the ones that would scout out the victim.
it was freaking terrifying. There's a thing about evil, like if you know
Dick Cheney?
kids, they are predisposed to be evil to begin with.
Wait, Angela, are you afraid of children?
No,
No.
because you have to like teach them to not be evil. That's what the role of adult people is in the lives of children.
So what about Children of the Corn?
They
Well,
were
that
evil because the adults in their lives were evil.
yeah, kind of hit the point of beyond hope there, just to take them all out.
Uh, you've got those are the things that creep me out. You've got like Children of the Corn, Village of the Damned. Uh, there's this movie about twins where uh, one of the twins was evil and one of the twins wasn't. He like it had turned out that he killed his brother and completely forgot about it.
Scream.
How do you forget you have a second son?
Well, no, his parents didn't forget about it, but he they also humored him and kept talking to him like they were both still there because he had killed his brother and gone completely insane.
Wait, is this the one where it's like the brother drowned?
I don't remember. It was just a really weird, very old movie.
Okay, then it's not that one I'm thinking. Because there's the one to where it's like the brother drowned, and the one kid goes insane while it happened. He ends up basically killing the mom as well later on, but like in the end, like the ghost. It's like if all of them are there or some shit. I can't remember. I don't remember what the movie was called. I just saw a thing for. I was like, that's fucking weird.
But movies about evil children are really good.
And the funny part is for so much of that, they're they're not used in zombie movies that much.
What, kids?
Yeah.
That's true. Because you're dealing with death of a child in two instances because they had to die to become zombies, and that you
No, like you rarely
have
even
to
see like
kill
the
them.
death of kids in a zombie movie or zombie thing. They're only typically done for like to be mainly impactful reasons.
Yeah, I know. It's because it is going to hit people really hard. Death of children in any movies, like kids rarely die in horror movies at all.
Mm-hmm. It's actually used to be a rule, like an unwritten rule for kids.
Really?
And if children did die in horror movies, it was always off screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the whole catalyst for fucking Freddy? He was killing children.
Okay, so that was his like before he was the Nightmare Demon. Yes. But I will also amend that teenagers are not children.
Yeah, for the purposes of horror movies, teenagers are not children
And if
because
they're
most
horny
horror
teenagers,
movies,
that's
Even
extra.
more. Yeah.
most horror movies are aimed at teenagers.
Horny teenagers.
Like teenagers are the target audience.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why
Um,
we need more boobs.
but
Watch any movie with Linnea Quigley.
if you watch Nightmare on Elm Street, the children were killed off screen.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah, now that I think
don't
about it, like when we were watching Halloween, none of those kids died.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. There's also
Nice. Right down the line.
there is I can't remember which Friday the 13th movie it was where they actually had campers and a group of the kids was killed. But you just found like bloody sleeping bags and stuff like that. And they redid it again in a movie called Sleepaway Camp.
Yep, good old Sleepaway Camp. Gotta love Sleepaway Camp.
Wait, what is sleepaway? Is that a whole?
It's another slasher.
Sleepaway Camp is about an hour and 10 minutes of why am I still watching this, followed by 10 minutes of oh, that's why.
I think the online reviewer, the Cinema Snob, great guy. I think he's really funny. He reviewed it, and the last like 2 seconds of the review are all you need to know about it. Where he just leans forward in the chair and goes, "That's a dick."
Hey, I said that the last time I was watching this movie called
That's a
Dragon
penis.
Slayer, and all of a sudden there's this body of water, and all of a sudden, yeah, that's the joke.
It wasn't there that long.
I mean, is it any worse than freaking the giant blue dong from
Watchmen.
Oh
Watchmen?
God, Watchmen.
Well,
That's what I brought up when Adam was telling me about Janosch's dick. I'm all like, is it as bad as Captain Man or Dr. Manhattan's dong?
Well, okay.
Let's put it this
At least
way.
with
I
that,
don't know if you.
you know it's coming
Yeah.
because it's Dr. Manhattan. You know, it's like
There's-
okay, you know, is he the giant blue guy who's gonna be naked? You know, like Janosch is just all of a sudden is like, oh, you're going for a dip? Let me go for a dip. And it's like, no, you dip. I don't want to dip. So all of a sudden, this dude's dong is in the.
When you dip, I dip, we dip.
There is a movie called The Color of Night where you get full frontal of Bruce Willis in a very similar situation. That was far more unpleasant than young Peter McNichol.
That's not a Christmas movie.
The Color of Night is not a Christmas movie. No.
So we won't be seeing some jingle bells. Jingle bells. With Bruce Willis.
I mean, I am tempted to for December, one of the movie reviews do Santa Slays.
Oh, Wait, hold on. Is that the one where it's Santa Claus, but he gets stuck in a house that is being taken over by terrorists?
No. Santa Slays is the
that's-
one where, I want to say, if I remember correctly, it's a former wrestler, Goldberg,
Oh, no, this one.
plays Santa, but he kills people.
Oh shit.
There's one that I recommend. It's awful. It's called Santa Claus, CLAWS. It's all about the greatest porn studio in Davenport, Iowa, making a porno, and the lead actress is the victim of a stalker who then goes around killing people with a garden implement, and it's awful.
Adam, for the second time,
I didn't see that. That was a quiz.
no, the Santa movie where Santa is stuck in the house with the terrorist is called Violent Night.
Yeah,
Oh
and he's
yeah,
actually
Violent Night. Yeah, I heard about that one.
yeah.
So
I want to say
It was
Sinatra said.
Violent
actually
Night is
really good.
the red.
Yeah,
The
I've heard it
red
was really good.
guy.
I know Sinatra liked it because, like, yeah, basically, he kind of gets the letter from a kid who, is in that situation.
Yeah, like asked to save him,
Mm-hmm.
and so he ends up. I can't remember why he's stuck there, but yeah, no, he fucking Santa cleans house,
Basically, he's just
and he
punishing
does
the
it
naughty.
without being Dick Van Dyke doing a Tim Curry.
I,
Chimney, 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 chimney.
I do not have a filing system for male actors who have done full frontal, Mitch.
But you can get right on it, Mitch.
You know you have a folder.
I actually had forgotten about Peter McNichol and the full frontal until I was watching Dragon Slayer with Adam last
I'll be
Saturday.
honest. I'm pretty sure if you did a quick like Google or DuckDuckGo search, you could probably find a comprehensive list for
Makes the
both men
clear
and
color.
women.
There are some people that
I
actually do
can't
keep
go
databases
ahead.
about what actresses get nude in what movie.
I can tell you that 90% of the male full frontal actors that I have seen were probably in Game of Thrones.
From Game of
Or
Thrones.
Spartacus.
I'm
I haven't seen that
Spartacus.
actually.
You've never seen Spartacus?
I am Spartacus.
Well, not the one from
The Ben Hur era?
Adam. Give me a
What?
minute. I did not see the Spartacus thing that was made for HBO,
Oh.
which is probably where the full frontal came from because I'm 90% certain that Tony Curtis was never in a movie with full frontal nudity.
Well, I don't know. Have you seen it?
She just said
No,
she
I
didn't.
Well, yeah. So how do you?
because it was kind of against
Are you trying to beat
the
my record?
rules of Hollywood at the
I know.
time.
A lot of home runs. It took a long time to get there.
I'm gonna try it this one.
It's just because Adam kept giving me a hard time about it. So it's just like
About what? Spartacus?
about
Oh no,
Peter
seeing Peter
McNichol.
McNichol's dog.
Oh. Hey, you know, okay, Red Sonja. I don't think there's any dong in Red Sonja.
I don't think there's any boobs in it.
Yeah,
There
well, yeah. So, but there is Arnold.
is Arnold in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arnold is in Red Sonja.
Going back to the movie, I will say the freaking mustache Rick Hoffman has looks so fucking fake.
Rick Hoffman.
Played Thomas, the dad.
Oh, that guy.
Wait, who's the bad guy?
No, he
Nobody
played.
said anything
Didn't say the bad
about the
guy.
guy. His mustache was bad.
Well, yeah.
He had a very bad fake mustache.
The bald guy. The main character's dad. I'll actually say I was surprised they did 2 final girls in this movie. Usually you only get one.
Yeah, but sequels.
Close.
We'll find out she was the female John Carver.
Right. Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So Red Sonja is Brigitte Nielsen, right?
Bridget Nielsen?
Bridget Nelson.
Yes.
Brigitte Nielsen.
Okay, well, Tarjay.
You are correct, brother. I was wrong about Friday the 13th, but it is in Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, her name is Brigitte Nielsen. She's her.
He
Oh,
dated
back.
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, they met on the Surreal Life.
I'm back. Sorry.
Hi,
Phone
Tier.
call.
Are you
Welcome
okay?
back, dear.
A phone call.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, so you are okay. Good.
Angela
Not after that phone call. But yeah, I'm alright.
Um, but yeah, they met on the Surreal Life. It was not a pretty thing. Um,
Who was the one that dated the Amazon?
Flava Flav
Flavor Flav. What are you
dated
talking about?
Brigitte Nielsen. That's actually what we were just talking.
The Amazon.
Not a clue.
Yeah, she is kind of
Reggie
an
Nelson.
Amazon.
Compared to his tiny ass.
Yeah, no, she is very large and buff woman.
That's what she called him. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yep.
She was in Cobra. That was
I still
one of my
just love
favorite
the
movies.
fact of like for
I just broke
flavor
Adam's record.
for Flavor Flav when they asked why they didn't get rid of him
Excuse
and
me.
everything since he's a weird ass looking dude, and he's like because that man can play basically any instrument we give him. You realize how much I would have to pay other people? It's like pay other people to fill that role. Kind of like by having him here and paying him, I'll have to pay 6 people.
Well, he was Public Enemy's hype man, so they had to keep him.
Yeah, but he
That
also
is
played
they
a
had to
lot of
keep him.
instruments.
I mean, honestly, think about it. Do you honestly remember who else was in Public Enemy?
But Angela, you were saying?
Oh no, I was telling Mitch that he is correct about Brigitte Nielsen being Ivan Drago's wife in Rocky.
Oh yeah, she was in Rocky. She was in the movie Cobra,
They just
Yeah.
said that.
and she put a whole bunch of ketchup on her fries. No, sorry, I missed it because fucking Quiz is over here cheating.
Oh, I think you mean beating your record.
No, you're just like Terry.
Cheating at
Your
what?
hitboxing, your mashies. All right, I get it.
Okay, so this movie, um, yeah, it wasn't bad. It was not some cinematic masterpiece, but
Obviously.
sometimes you don't want a cinematic masterpiece. You just want to sit down, watch a fun movie, and
I think they went a little over gory in some parts, but other parts weren't too terrible.
I like
Yeah,
I said,
I agree.
there was at least one part where I had to take off my headphones. And
Like I don't know how
not
close it would be to slightly scalping a person because of hair being caught in a shopping cart
that,
wheel.
that part was kind of weird.
The part that was weird to me was the dunking her face in the water and then freezing her face to the door.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
It's called
the
flash
fact-
freezing.
the
So-
fact
I
that
don't think even a diner's freezer will get that cold.
I thought it was a
It will.
Christmas story. shit.
It can, and it usually does. That's walk-in freezers are literally designed to be fucking damn near Arctic. That's why people get locked in them and they fucking die.
Yeah, but that one
The
looked like it
fact
was a
that-
walk-in refrigerator. But Angela?
the fact that she did not leave massive amounts of her face into that on that.
Well, she left a
Was-
significant amount of the face there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's flash freezing because the surface tension on the metal is fucking colder than the water, the heat of her skin. It flash froze, and that's you ever seen A Christmas Story?
Yes.
That's what I just said.
Christmas Story. That's why his tongue froze to the pole.
That happens with anything that is at freezing, anything metal that is at freezing temperature. and you do not use hot water to remove it. You use regular room temperature water.
Yeah.
If you've got time, the best way to do it would be to slowly warm it up.
Mhm.
So you go in increments from freezing to not freezing.
And her not being able to her panicking and
Maybe take a
using
couple
her fingers and not fucking using her nose was dumb. Or her knuckle.
Yeah.
That'd be an awkward way of calling it to work.
Well, then even then, it still should have worked. Honestly,
Well, once you
it,
get blood on the screen,
Yeah, that's
those
what
things
made it.
don't work when the screen is wet.
yeah.
She should have like texted like her aunt, like, I'm feeding the badger some I don't know, like eggplant or something. Like that's the way it works. Is that like whenever your phone gets wet, it just like randomly just decides that there's a
It's
whole
gonna
bunch of
text
messages
somebody.
that you're not putting in.
God damn it.
All in all, though, I would still say it was a pretty good movie. I'd actually recommend it to most horror fans that especially are into more of the like different styles of kills and whatnot.
Yeah, I would agree. The major thing that I would say, what I would add as an addendum is just not, it's not high art. You're not going into this thinking that you're going to be, engaging in real cinema. You're just going there to look at some really cool staged kills.
If you're going into a
It's
horror
splatter
movie,
flick through and through.
yes, if you're going into a horror movie, period, thinking that you're going into cinema, my brother in Christ, you have some issues. God, I hate pretentious assholes that are like that. I don't watch movies. I watch
Considering that
films.
there's probably a limited amount of Thanksgiving horror films to watch.
Apparently, there's a bunch of B ones from what Quiz was saying.
Yeah, there's tons of B ones, but they're just not. They're just not good.
It's hey, do you want to see this college student's fucking horror film?
So you're watching Thanksgiving?
Like, nah.
No, quite
I mean,
literally.
To be fair, I saw the student film for Danny DeVito, and he went on to do some awesome stuff. So
Oh,
I didn't
the
even
folks
know
who did
those are
freaking
rare.
Thanksgiving, like
that's a reason.
like
He's
Quiz.
also the garbage.
Have you seen Thanksgiving 3?
Thanksgiving, no.
I would actually recommend. Hold on, shut up, you guys. I actually, for someone like Quiz, would recommend Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving 3 because there is no Thanksgiving 2. Because I think he would actually have an appreciation for them. Because, like, yes, the first Thanksgiving was an actual college project, and you get to see how the writer and director and everything up their craft for the sequel. And that doesn't mean it's a great movie. Visually, they did well. It is a fucking mind trip, though.
Oh my gosh.
Well, student films always are. Mine is.
Okay.
Well, you got to think too. There's passion behind it. It's a student.
Well, the first one's a student film. The Thanksgiving 3 isn't. But Angela?
They have Amityville Thanksgiving.
Of course they do.
Like the ghost house.
It's totally the turkey is the killer. It's supernatural, and the turkey is the killer.
Yes, the first
I don't
one.
know. I think Turkey's a killer.
The first one is purely ridiculous and just dumb fun. The second one, Thanksgiving 3, like
Was
their
insane.
cinematography was really good, but they also went kind of down the route that Midsummer did, to where it seemed like they wanted to use every effect they could.
And it's all because instead of pumpkin pie, they brought sweet potato pie.
No.
I kind of think that they might be talking about Amityville Thanksgiving.
Oh.
These medals, I want to see what these stamps are, dude.
They're just like,
But
I got to.
now for this one, I like the practicality. It had the right amount of campiness, but also, it's just a good fun movie.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a decent movie, especially given the typical Eli Roth fare. If you're into a splatter flick You know, if that's the kind of movie you want to see,
Mhm.
it'll be right up your alley.
Yeah, I would
Makes
say
sense
if you've
because this wasn't
seen,
one of mine.
if you liked Hostel, if you, from what my understanding has been for the Terrifier fire movies, if you like those kind of things, I would definitely recommend giving this one a shot.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's been about an hour and a half or so. I think we're gonna call it here. So any parting words of the movie? Tier go.
Don't watch it. It's not worth it.
Angela?
Make sure you have your popcorn and look away when during the stampede.
Will?
Say, or if you see me walking by with the teardrops in my eyes.
Mm.
And Quiz and Adam.
I need to go and buy a Guy Fawkes mask for my next Thanksgiving.
No, you need a John Carver mask. Get your
No.
shit straight.
Remember, Thanksgiving is in
It-
November.
You need Guy Fawkes for the beginning of the month. You need John Carver for the end of the month. You bookend it.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Now we're cooking with gasoline.
So hold on. You're American. You're English in the beginning, and by the
Right,
end,
right.
you're American.
Well, I mean, that's the revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of English heritage there. I may not give a damn about what they have to say, but I don't, haven't like completely disowned them. Just mostly.
I have.
But on that, we are going to get out of here. It is Thanksgiving week, so hopefully you have a wonderful Thanksgiving, however you spend it. Whether it be with family, friends, or because you hate people and just want to stay alone. I don't judge on that one, but you're probably kind of weird.
Don't worry. I'll judge on his behalf. Kira's judging you harshly.
Yeah.
But don't forget, tomorrow, obviously, there's Minions in Space. There's also the Mr. Adams AJ's Retro Arcade.
You're joining us. Well,
Currently planning on it.
And there's a whole plethora of people to watch and things to do. And I'm actually going to be trying to get some videos out this week. We'll see how it goes.
Good night, brother.
All right. So have a good one, everyone. Happy
Night,
Thanksgiving.
everybody.
And
Bye,
we'll
all.
see you in the next one.
adios, amigos.
I am thankful for all of you.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Join us again next week, or you can check out the other people in the panel in the description and see us again plausibly on one of their channels, or just check out what work they've done. Have a good week, everyone.